One of the words that you cannot do away when you are talking about marriage is love, isn't it? When it comes to marriage, you cannot do anything in marriage without mentioning love. Someone says, love and marriage go together like a horse and a carriage. I mean, they are inseparable. You cannot separate them. I can also testify that personally I have written so many messages about marriage based on the characteristics of love. In 1 Corinthians chapter number 13 from verse 4 to 7. But today, as important as love is to marriage, I'm going to tell you one thing, even though you may be familiar with the word, but not in this context. I'm going to tell you something which I believe, as important as love is in marriage, without that, love cannot work in marriage. You may believe me or not, but I think you will. And that word is commitment. Repeat it after me. Commitment. Commitment. As important as love is when it comes to marriage, yet I believe love without commitment, marriage cannot work. I would say yes, love will lead you, it will take you into marriage, but without commitment, it will be an empty word. The love will be useless. It will mean nothing. Anybody can tell anybody I love you, but it takes commitment to sustain marriage. Oh, me proud you be making me a cabby. The mum say, I hope for my nimua. A for a bon nimua. Our end to me, you know. Today, by the grace of God, we have gathered here. Even though Sunday by this time we will be here, but today is special because of Elder Nathaniel and Deaconess Abigail Rose. Today they are bringing their marriage before God. Very soon we'll be blessing them. But as an advice and encouragement to them and to us all, please, I advise you not to leave here without taking anything from what I'm saying. Can someone read, if you are ready, just one verse? Ecclesiastes chapter number 5, verse 5. Don't forget, I'm talking about commitment. So the theme of my message is commitment in marriage. Commitment in marriage.
Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 5. It is better not to make a vow than to make one and not fulfill it. Amen.
Amen. This is NIV, isn't it? Yes. It is better not to make a vow than to make one and not fulfill it. Commitment. New King James Version will say, better not to vow than to vow and not pay. Better not to vow than to vow and not pay. Even though Solomon, who wrote this, he wrote it to his readers, advising them, those who make a vow, if God help me and this happen, I will pay this. And he warned them not to do that. At that time, according to history, when this scripture was written, the culture in Israel, making vow was a serious matter. You don't just make vow because you want to vow. You make vow when you are ready to fulfill whatever you are saying. Amen. Can I say this? Nat and Deaconess, they are not now getting married. They've been married for years. Thank God that today they are presenting the marriage before God. And definitely they will be making vows. So even though I'm not talking about making vow to God, and I'm advising them, and anyone who is here, if you've been married already or you are preparing, my advice to you is, sorry for the interruption, car number, registration number LK67OBJ SM59YNB. Understand, you block somebody, you need to move your car now. LK67OBJ and SM59YNB. Move your car now. You shouldn't vow when you are not ready to fulfill. Commitment is responsibility. That is, a responsibility is something that takes time and energy. When you are responsible for something, it takes time and it takes effort. So when you are committed to somebody, when you are married to somebody, that person becomes your responsibility. I love you, without putting an effort about the word I love you is nothing. Commitment also is loyalty. That is devotion or dedication to a cause or a person or a relationship. You must be loyal to the person that you've made a vow to, the person that you are committed to. So you agree with me if I say responsibility or loyalty in marriage? That is what I'm going to stress in a few minutes. Love will bring you to whoever you propose to marry, but without commitment, the marriage would not be sustained. The reason why there are so many divorces around is, even though they promise that they love each other, but when they came together, there was no commitment. There was no loyalty. Lack of commitment and lack of responsibility to your partner will endanger your relationship. Can I tell you something? Not until you are committed to something, you will not suffer for it. You will not put any effort. You will not put any energy to it. Unless you are committed to it. When you are committed in a business, you have contributed something in that business. You will suffer for that business to survive. If you are not committed, you will walk away with any simple issue. It takes commitment. If you are ready to die for something, you know that you have committed yourself into it. Until you are committed, you cannot suffer. You can only suffer pain, insults, whatever it takes. When you are committed to your husband or your wife, when you are committed to something, you don't care what happens. When you are committed to something, that something becomes part of you. If that thing fails, you have failed. So you do all what you can to sustain the thing. When you are committed to something, you will not allow it to fail. You will not let it go so easily. You will fight any distraction that comes your way. When you commit your money, your time, your resources into anything, you make sure that that thing survives. In the same way, when you commit yourself into someone's life, man or woman, yes, no one is angel. Each and everyone is prone to mistakes. But when you are committed, you learn to forgive each other. When you marry someone, you have invested into that person's life. And since you have invested in that person's life, you wouldn't like that investment to fail. Love without commitment is just lust. Lust. You just needed a person for a pleasure. Because you can't say I love you to anyone. No matter what you see or what you hear, you will stick to your commitment. I take this opportunity to advise Mr. and Mrs. Okan, elder and deaconess, and to us all. Solomon is saying, it is better not to vow than to vow and not fulfill. You don't even do it. I have said it again and again that years ago, in appeal, someone vowed a very huge amount of money and so many things added to it. And later on, when we went to him to collect the vow, he said, I didn't mean it. I just said it because there were too many people there. As everybody was saying, I also wanted to say something. Was we can be the team and the band does no order. Then I'm the chairman. No more can sound unless 7 weekend. It doesn't work in marriage. You don't just say things because there are so many people here. When you say it, you are bound to it and you have to fulfill it. Amen. There is a price to pay when it comes to commitment. Very soon, I'll be ending the message because of time. When you love someone and so marry the person, him or her, it is just words, I love you. But you prove your words with what you do. Your commitment will show your words, what you say. And the bench said, or don't know how kind, I won't give you an answer.
Somebody said we can't hear no sound. Why is that?
When you are committed to something or somebody, you cannot do what suits you only.
Before it goes, no sound. We can't hear no sound.
Yet your own wow, yet your own wow, among the person that you have committed yourself to. There may be other alternatives of men and women. When you are committed to someone, you will not take any other, irrespective of how beautiful or how handsome the other person is, because you have already committed yourself to a relationship. Either the person is present or absent. I remember years ago, without boring you, years ago, those who know me, so many years to testify this. I was alone in UK. My wife was in Ghana. I met so many temptations. Those were buying me shoes, those were buying me what's not, those were buying me not. But I was committed to somebody. And I will not do it. That is commitment. You don't satisfy yourself while the other is suffering. You don't satisfy yourself whilst the other is suffering. That is commitment. No matter what anybody gives you, when you are committed to somebody, you will refuse it.
Okay.
I'm bringing my message to a close.
The church Wi-Fi.
So
I need to finish it and
No. Yeah, okay, yeah, finish.
in my concluding words, I say,